Well, hello and welcome to this launching event, Voices SIG launching event. I'm really glad to see you here. Actually, I can't see you because it's a recording, but I'm really glad and proud that we managed to come up with this event, and I'm really glad to be here. In these initial minutes, I'd like to share with you some of our history. How did this group of women got together and assembled a group that wants to deal with more equality in the ELT industry, and how did it become a SIG, especially? Well, initially, as any good thing in life, it started with beer. Not straight away. Let me clarify that. Not straight away, but it was a gathering after a BRAZ-TESOL event. It was the third BRAZ-TESOL Teacher Development SIG one-day seminar, which was held here in São Paulo. So that gave us a date, a kickoff date, which is September 30th in 2016. You can't see it very well, but believe me, it's there. On this great event, some of us were speaking. So you can see Claire's there, you can see I'm there, and we can see that Bia from Belo Horizonte is there. Bia started this process with us, but unfortunately she had too much to do, and she realized that she couldn't cope with another responsibility for now, but she is still considered our honorary member. So we were out there in a great event with great people, amazing talks, and of course afterwards we got together for beer, right? So in the picture you can see me, Claire, Bia, and on the left you can see half Nina and Cynthia speaking. In the bottom of the picture, you can see a hat, which is Cecilia's hat, but she was there also. And we started discussing some things that we had spoken about during the event, some things that touched inclusion, that talked about empowerment, empowering learners, empowering teachers, and of course, because we are all women, some issues about the women positions in ELT started to be raised. So some questions that we had that night were like, what are the numbers for women in ELT? How many of teachers are women? And do we, in any other industry, do women in ELT earn less for the same position as men? What are the numbers? Where can we find these? There's nothing being researched. So where are these things? Where are these numbers, the statistics, so we can have a better view of the women in ELT? Another questioning, how do we tackle gender issues and other inclusion issues in the classroom? I don't feel safe doing that. Well, I do, but I don't know how to spread the word. Well, what if there were someone speaking about that in conferences, in teacher training courses, officially through BRAZ-TESOL, right? When we took our training courses, our CELTAs, our DELTAs, our masters, how many of the authors that we read were women? And how about those reference books, how many of them were written by women? And in course books, how many women are authors? Where are those numbers? And more, how many plenary speakers are there in generally in events in ELT, not only in Brazil but around the world? How can we account that? How can we gather that information? We should start a group, right? There we go. And then we had the idea sparkled. And it took us some time to assemble some roles, to see the bureaucracy, to start a SIG in the BRAZ-TESOL, and then we decided that we are not going to be a SIG, we are going to be part of a SIG, but we are going to talk about women issues because we are women, so we are a group of women inside the SIG, although we are the only one. And then the idea sparkled, we started having meetings and started discussing some issues that we should start doing. And then voices came up as a way to at least have space for groups like us, groups of women, or any other group, to start researching and making some things official about that topic of equality in ELT. And who are we? Well, that's me, as you can see. I was assigned the role as president and also meeting organizer. I'm going to mention a little bit of each one of us biodata. So I have been teaching English for more than 15 years, and I've been a teacher trainer since 2011, and I've been presenting in conferences and congresses and seminars locally, nationally, internationally since 2014. And I'm supposedly the president. I say supposedly because one thing that we decided inside Voices to Women is that we are going to have official roles, of course, because we need as a group, but actually everybody does everything and everybody participates in the decisions and everybody takes part in the discussions regardless their name inside of the position inside the group. So this is me, Ila, the president. This is Claire. She is the vice president and also the professional development manager, which is a fancy name. I love that name. Claire has also been in the ELT industry for more than 15 years, 10 of which were she gathered experience abroad in Europe, and she's also been DOS. She's a material writer and she's also a teacher trainer. Now Claire is working with young learners and immersion courses for English. Again, she's our vice president, but then again, it's just a matter of formality to have this role stated. And then we have Cynthia, not only my fellow board member in the Voices for Women, but also a personal friend. All of us became very close friends, of course. But Cynthia and I, we have been friends for more than 3 years. Cynthia is the treasurer and the administrative manager of the group. She's been in the ELT industry for more than 12 years also. She has a master's in applied linguistics in the UK, and she has experience with coordinating a school, and she's also a teacher trainer at 7 idiomas here in São Paulo. I forgot to say that Claire is from Vitória, I'm sorry. We have Cecilia, and we all know Cecilia, of course, because she's always there posting things and commenting and answering your questions. And she's our secretary and community manager, and she's been in the ELT world also for more than 15 years, and now she's specialized in online learning, and she's going to be our plenary speaker for the SIG symposium in July. So here in São Paulo, BRAZ-TESOL is holding a SIG symposium. We Voices are going to be there, hopefully with more than a group of women only, other groups, and Cecilia is going to be our plenary speaker. And we have Nina from Curitiba, which has been more than 10 years in the industry. She is our secretary and marketing coordinator. She's also a member of the advisory council for the BRAZ-TESOL Curitiba chapter, and she has experience with young learners and for more than 10 years. So this is it. This is what we are. This is a little bit of our history. This is who we are, what we are, and why we are here for. So our main action is to provide, we as Voices to Women inside VoicesSIG, we want to provide training and networking for women to develop their careers, for us to develop our career in the direction we choose. So if you want to be a plenary speaker, or if you want to become a teacher trainer, if you want to develop a young learner immersion a project in your city or in your community, whatever you need, we want to be part to facilitate this process for you. We also want to collaborate with all TESOL, TFL institutions to promote gender equality and as a SIG, other kinds of equality in the classroom. We, as a group of women, we are pretty much focused on the gender issue because that's who we are. Again, we are women. The impact that we want to have is that we want to see the work of female educators in our industry being seen and heard, and we want you, every woman in ELT, to be part of the SIG by telling us what we can do to help you, by joining with your personal project. So if you have a personal project in the ELT industry that you have no space to develop it, and maybe you need more people, so join us. We want also to be a hub for this kind of project and event. And also, as I said before, we are a group of women, but this is a SIG to promote equality. We can't speak for other groups because we're not part of other groups. But if you feel that you can speak for other groups that need voice inside the ELT industry, and if you feel that you can join, that you need more voices in the ELT, join us. We have, as a group of women, we have experience in organizing this group. We have the do's and don'ts because we have been through the process of assembling a group and setting up a SIG. So we can help you with the know-how on how to use this tool that we have now in BRAZ-TESOL, which is SIG to promote equality. So join us. Tell what you're interested in. Tell what kind of voice you need, and then we can start thinking of other groups to promote equality in the ELT industry. Okay, this is all what I had today to talk to you. I hope that you're all prepared for these other talks that are coming, and I will see you around. And I have one question that I would like you to discuss. How do you think that Voices to Women and VoicesSIG can help you to get what you need in your career? Okay, so you have now 5 minutes, 10 minutes to discuss with the people in your city. How do you see voices and Voices to Women as means to achieve your career goals? Okay? Thank you very much for bearing with me. Hope to see you again soon, and bye-bye.